New technology being used for the first time in West Virginia. We caught up with a local physician to find out how something so small is making such a huge impact in his patients' lives. Lena Cox is one busy senior citizen.
I am an 83-year-old, but I am not a couch potato. I'm very involved in my church and community activities. I also have a husband that I more or less am his caregiver.
But a few months ago, she noticed she no longer felt like herself.
I was just so tired, and that was unusual for me.
Lena has survived cancer twice, and she takes her health quite seriously.
And I had a cardioconversion, which worked for 2 or 3 months. Then my primary care physician noticed he didn't like the way my heart sounded. So my doctor in Beckley started adjusting medicines.
Her next stop was in Charleston at CAMC with Dr. Asal.
Hello.
Hi, doctor.
How are you doing?
And groundbreaking medical technology. So, Dr. Asal, this is actually where you did the first procedure in West Virginia.
Correct. This is our electrophysiology lab. This is where we do our electrophysiologic study and we implant cardiac devices.
Cardiac devices like this. A wireless, leadless pacemaker, less than 1/10 the size of traditional pacemakers.
So this new pacemaker is not designed to replace all kinds of pacemakers. So nowadays, this technology is only available to replace patients who would need a single wire or a single lead pacemaker.
Which made Lena a perfect candidate for this brand new option and the first patient in West Virginia to have the procedure. In fact, it's only been done a few thousand times around the world.
We're blessed to live in this time when these things are available to us.
Not only does this new device last longer with a battery life of around 12 years, it's cosmetically invisible after it's implanted. It's delivered directly into the heart through a catheter inserted in the femoral vein in the leg, meaning there is also less chance of an infection. But its size is also revolutionary. It weighs the same as a penny, and it's only the size of a large vitamin.
This is the new pacemaker, so it basically has everything in it. So it has the actual battery, the circuit, and the tip of it here is where is equivalent to the tip of the wire here. So electricity comes from over here and stimulates the heart muscle to make it beat. This is a wireless device, so yes, it does connect with a programmer wirelessly.
Dr. Asal thinks this is just the beginning of this space-age technology.
The industry is looking in the future to have even apps on smartphones to tell the patient what their heart rate is and things like that.
There'll be an app for that.
There'll be an app for that.
And Lena is looking to the future herself. Can you already tell the difference in your energy level?
I think so. I think so, because when I'm walking my little dog, I'm not as tired, and that means a lot.
She came home just one day after her procedure with a new lease on life.
God's not through with me yet.
I love that. God's not through with her yet. And I have joining me her physician, Dr. Asal, is here with me. And in just a moment, we're going to tell you why we're setting up here in our conference room. It's to help you. But first, tell me, Dr. Asal, a little bit about the procedure in the sense that, is this something that is too new that insurance doesn't cover yet?
No, actually, insurance companies have started to cover this procedure a few months ago. Medicare is the first one that started to cover it, and the private insurers, private payers have ensued. So patients really need not to worry about paying out of the pocket. Insurance will cover this procedure.
Now, you mentioned in our story that after about 12 years, this tiny little device, the battery can die. What happens then?
Well, because it's so small of a battery, it can actually stays in the body. You don't need to take it out. You just put a new one in, and it takes 12 years for a battery to run out, basically. So patients do not have to worry about it for a long time. So there's no need to extract the old one like the old pacemakers and put a new one in. Just leave the one in, and the heart is capable of encompassing multiple pacemakers of this size.
Yeah. Now here's the good news. Now he's actually going to answer your questions. Log on to our WOWK 13 News Facebook page right now. Dr. Asal is live, and Craig's standing by to also help answer your questions. So log on right now, and we can't wait to find out what our viewers want to know about this amazing technology. Thank you so much for sharing it with us.
Thank you so much for covering this story.
So log on and let him know what you want to know about this tiny new amazing pacemaker. That is so